And welcome back to Weekend with Betty. Valentine, I have to say, stop touching. Stop touching.
I tell you, stop touching.
All right, so guys, welcome Shafi Weru, Valentine Joroge. Valentine has a cold.
I have a cough.
Yeah, so don't start coughing tonight. Just wait.
Niombeni. Let's all pray for me not to start coughing.
It's great to see you guys. I don't wonder why you have a cough. What were you drinking? Cold water. So.
No, do you know one day I'd actually lost my voice? Anyway.
So guys, listen, tonight we're discussing about touchy colleagues. And Valentine, you know, you are really always so good with that. Hugs, Nini, you're so, you're so loving.
Anyone who knows me knows you're lying. I don't even like being touched.
You don't like being touched?
I don't like being touched.
So, yeah, so what about...
For the longest time, I started doing manicures this year. I don't like being touched by strangers. So I'd be like, let me leave my nails alone.
And your face, your hair?
Yeah, all that. My hair is natural. I'm not that chick of the salon all the time.
You always ask the makeup artist to like spend a little more time on your
hair.
I've known Mildred
for how long?
I've known Mildred for
Can you zoom into this face?
Massage. Don't make me laugh. I'll start coughing.
So listen. So yeah, have you ever experienced that?
Yes. I'm sure even today, our producer, as soon as I walked in, she's like, "Hey, you're wearing a short dress. What's with the thighs, Nini?" Yes, Sarah.
But she didn't touch you. I mean, she's a woman anyway.
So
okay, fine. Okay, stop.
A stranger should not touch.
She's not a stranger,
but to touch someone's thigh, that is a very personal thing.
Okay,
it's one thing to touch a hand, a thigh.
Okay,
right?
Okay, fine. So it has happened to you,
even today.
But yeah, what is your feeling about the whole thing? Has it happened before?
I think you should embarrass the person. There's a guy, Shafi knows him. There's a place we used to work together years ago. No, I'm not going to mention his name.
Okay.
But he used to come and stand by my desk and do this.
Oh no!
Like take his hand down.
Do that to me on TV.
You see, that's what I'm saying. You're also so touchy. So yeah, so somebody will do that in the workplace.
In the workplace.
Okay.
And then he felt like no one should say anything, and it wasn't personal. It wasn't just me. It was like a whole bunch of chicks. Yeah. Yes. So finally, I just screamed at him.
Finally, that means it went on for some time.
Yes. You know those open plan offices? I screamed at him. And I can't scream with this voice of
mine. How did you say it and what did you say?
I used profanity. I said, "Get the F away from me." I screamed at him. He was very embarrassed. It just changed our whole relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
And stop touching,
yes.
Obviously.
So that's my advice. Scream and shout and embarrass these people.
Shafi, have you experienced this as a guy?
Well, the thing is, I'm all about... I will talk about that like in a bit first.
Okay.
The thing is I'm all about touching. Like people I like, people I want to be in a relationship with. Yeah, you know, I'm all about, as in when I was. I'm all about PDA, as in I like it. It's cool.
So wait, so
but
this
not with strangers.
Not
with strangers. Because the biggest issue I have with workmates is this. You know, just because we work in the same space, and we are all like,
cool.
We're all slaves in this particular plantation.
plantation.
You all assume, because we breathe the same air, because we're in the same space.
I don't think I'm a slave.
We can just touch each other. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Slaves,
no, I'm a deep air. We're slaves, bro.
Me, I ain't a slave.
But I get what you're saying.
Listen,
it's like a false level of intimacy.
Yes.
The issue is this, you know, because we're in the same space, we see each other every day. I talk to you, you talk to me. As in, we work together 7 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week. Eat lunch together. You know, some people tend to forget the boundaries, or they assume the boundaries. They now decide, yo, this is my opportunity. But one thing I want to tell Kenyans is this: there are perverts out there. They are randy individuals, horny as hell.
Okay. It's not at 10.
I meant horns with horns.
Yeah, actually with horns. So
please, you, as a Chile or as a dude, when you go or you get employed in an establishment, if you're a newbie or whatever, you need to put something called the "do not touch your face." Like mine.
Suraya job.
That means you need a hug.
No. See, trust me, I'm saying stone face. There's no for hugging. You come smiling like Valentine's. That's why guys are going for a thighs.
I smile, it's my fault.
Do not touch my
Stop victim blaming. Stop victim blaming.
You've already touched me already. The whole of the Kenya knows.
Shafi, yes.
Yeah, you have to always control it, because in Kenya,
put that line.
Kenya people do not respect boundaries. People do not respect people's space. And majority of people, because they don't know how to talk to women. They don't know, or some Chileans don't talk to dudes. They tend to do, the touchy. Because they have that opportunity. For that instance.
For that instance.
Like, it's not, because they don't know how. they don't know better.
They don't know better.
But sometimes I find that people know what they're doing and then they're just taking advantage.
Yes, they're taking advantage of it.
Yes, like people from Shags. Someone's going to hate me for saying this, but there's a bank. There are many people from Shags. You're standing in line. Someone is standing super close behind you.
Just behind
I'm like, Allah, any closer? We'll need a CD. Can you go away?
Okay, wow.
You know?
Okay.
No, but come on.
I want to ask something. He said that, when you're new in an organization, put the boundaries immediately.
Come with the
but listen,
how are you creating boundaries in a banking hall?
Just chill with your boundaries. Wait, we'll talk about that. But listen, so let's say you're an listen, Valentine, you're an intern, you're new to this organization. Of course, you want to be friendly to people because you want to have like an easier, let's say, induction or even first couple of weeks, months in this particular organization. So then how do you strike that balance of like, okay, don't touch me, but also, hey, what's up?
So the thing that I know works the best, especially and with guys, very quickly put them in a box. It's not the friend zone.
Right.
Just say, oh, you really remind me of my brother. You really remind me of my, I have an uncle who's just like you.
Yeah, someone
so
like,
sweet,
come here. Oh, that is so sweet.
No, but then it establishes like, it removes the sexuality from the table. Yeah. And then now
like my grandfather.
I've set you, I've set you up. You're like my Bukai, you're like my dad, like that. Once you tell somebody that, they have a difficult time jumping out of that box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Shafi. Back to the issue of new staff, the interns and stuff. When the way you enter and the way you approach everything, it's sad that we're trying to make people like, as in, it's like we're tolerating it, as in we're giving you ideas of how you should go about it, which is wrong. It's sexual harassment.
Right.
Nobody should, like, cross the boundary. Nobody should touch you when you don't want to be touched. Nobody should hug you when they don't want to be hugged. No one should ask you to carry your bag. Personal space. Let me tell you, personal space has just been touched. There are guys who just be on your face 24/7 coming to ask you if you want lunch. Who told you I'm hungry? I'm not hungry.
I'm
fasting. Like the chiles in the office who just want to tag along with boys and go and finish a boy child's money. That time,
no, changing the topic.
You see, it becomes personal because you've invaded his space. If you're a Chile, and you know very well, you haven't even carried your pass, you haven't carried anything. You've just had guys that are going for lunch. You jump into the store, and you just assume the boys will do the necessary. Those are the kind of intrusions that are there in Kenya. And they say that in Kenya, the only place you'll get your personal space is in your house. There's no personal space in Kenya. So like she said, banks, weddings. Weddings. Getting food. It scares some guys. I'm at these Chiles who don't care. They don't know their size. Actually, one day I was slapped by a boob. I was like, yo. I was like,
so dramatic.
No, but it's true.
I've never been hit by triple D.
I've never been hit by a boob.
No, it doesn't.
And there's a man out there thinking Shafi should be quiet.
Lily Shiba, I just went back to the table. I was like,
but listen, so do guys feel the same? Like, what you're saying that, this thing happened to you in this wedding. Do guys feel the same? Like that touchy touch? Or do they bring it on?
My brother went for a haircut. And he didn't know at this particular barbershop, so they give you a massage. They give you a massage. He's like, I feel violated. I'm never going back. The chick's hands are here, massaging me.
Is the one
the boobs were here, touching his head
aside.
Yeah, and then
but some guys like it.
Some guys like it. And if you're ready and that's what you paid for, fine. But now you're the unsuspecting dude. You're just like, hey, what's happening?
Where's my shirt?
What has happened? Yes, exactly.
Where's my vest?
Buttons have been opened. You're like, okay, Allah, I didn't know we're getting this familiar.
Right.
Waiters, you order something, the guy's armpit is here.
And that time his mouth is like a sewage.
Right.
Reaching over you at your attack.
That's what Chile is now. That's the Chile waiters.
You
see,
so as a guy, do you feel that? Leave alone but do you think a majority of guys feel that?
I feel like, it's crazy.
But now let me ask you a personal question. What if it's somebody who's attractive and you have a reaction?
That's the problem. I didn't ask for that reaction. I don't want to be given reactions that I have not worked for.
Okay, fine. So listen, guys, moving forward.
You're going to make me cough because I'm laughing.
So listen, so now what should happen? Like you said, when you notice that this guy was doing this all the time, and it was consistent with you know, with even with other people. So you decided to speak out, yeah. So what happens from
tantrum, and then everyone in the office will know, hey, we need to keep them staying away from
yes,
it works.
It does work.
I remember that day very well.
And you're willing to sacrifice that over the relationship that you had.
You didn't go there look for friends who want to touch you.
Okay, what's your relationship?
It also tells everyone else, like he's saying, in that office, this chick is crazy. She'll bite your head off. So keep your distance.
We need to understand 3 things. Space. It's physical, it's emotional, it's psychological. Those are the 3 things when you work with strangers, when you become an adult and you start living your home, whether you're married or your
What do you mean emotional space?
Emotional space.
In the workplace.
I'll give you an example. The other day I called a member of my team. It was 9 o'clock at night. I started by apologizing. I was like, I know these are not office hours, but we need to finish this thing, blah, blah, blah. It's not something I'm trying to encourage. There are those bosses, 10 o'clock, still sending you messages, sijui nini. Yes, emails, have you responded? I'm like, it's a Saturday night, why are you expecting that?
Unless you're a doctor.
You know?
And then I know of a boss who used to call female colleagues when he's the bad rank who at 4 a.m.
I think I know who this is.
Yeah, so this Chile, the husband had to come to the office.
Oh, really?
I talked to the guy, Bana.
Really?
You can't be calling my wife at 4 a.m.
But now you don't have a husband, this guy will just keep calling you.
No, you have to stand up for yourself. That's the whole idea. That's what I say. You need to have your do not mess with me face.
Surandimu.
Right.
Let me see.
And like that you say you have wife. How important? Me, I can have my face. You know, like if I say put this, don't come close to me.
Try not to.
That is like don't.
No, that is a
Really? Listen,
you've squinted your eyes.
Like don't come close to me.
Those are bedroom eyes.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. You know, like.
No.
So listen, how important is it for somebody to speak up when it comes to those touchy colleagues? Because somebody will be like, okay, like somebody says, I normally just smile like smack you away and walk away. But how important is it for somebody
that
to
person
do that?
you've given an inch, soon they'll have taken a whole
in it.
Right, right.
Yes, and it happens like, I have a friend who works in a bank and she was telling me how it's so difficult when she has to have client meetings outside of the office.
Right.
You know, in the office, you're in the banking territory, everyone is sitting upright, nini.
Everybody's busy.
But now clients and then banking industry, they're encouraging you, go to where your client is, go see their office. Now you're in some dude's office. He's looking at your skirt, he's looking at whatever.
Right.
You know, all those things. You have to say something. And unfortunately, it might cost you business.
Yeah,
but you
have reality. That's the reality. Like if you're a Chile, you can't walk into like a boardroom, you can't walk into a meeting and people start discussing your hair, how your dress, how you look, your lipstick.
Right.
These are random people.
Right.
It's not in their space to even have that conversation.
And to be looking at you as that
like
way.
that.
Yes.
This is Jobo.
Right.
Yeah, let me come. If she's coming to present, let her present and we'll move on.
Don't go into my lipstick, my hair, my dress.
You know, we actually have a rule at Dada Sphere that you can't call a woman beautiful. So you'll never hear a woman on the Dada Sphere stage being called beautiful. She's not there because of her beauty.
Right.
Unless she's an ex-model talking about her modeling career. Right. Beauty is really not the subject.
Right. It's so personal.
We don't call women beautiful.
Oh, really?
And it's taken training because I have men on my team. I'm like, this is not the language of Dada Sphere. Women must feel safe.
Wow.
So you have to create company culture.
Yeah, don't accept freebies, don't accept, those compliments. That's what we're saying. Be called beautiful what? Call me by my name.
So when somebody calls you, hey, Valentine, you look really beautiful today. She should be like, hey.
It's not like that. It's like, hi, beautiful. No.
Yes.
No.
Or even hi, sweetheart.
Hi, sweetheart. Where you sweetheart?
Hi, handsome.
And as I've told you,
yes,
all these guys who come to your Bible study, choirs in church,
what's the church?
They are random, bro.
What's the church? Even
there's a pastor.
Yesterday or yesterday, where actually some leaders had to come out and say that, hey, now these pastors touching women inappropriately.
Pastor Nana was charged by CA. He was charged for exposing just imagine, and it would have been 2 million just because he exposed only one. If there were two, it was 2 million.
But imagine even that happens in church. Listen, but that happens in church.
And he's the authority. So what is a woman who's receiving prayers now going to start saying, pause, Jesus, hold on, get your hand off my boob.
Right.
But the reality of the situation is this: do not allow anybody to infringe your space. Protect your space with everything that you got. That's the Kenyan way of doing things.
Right.
Because we got looking naive and then pretending you have your ndimu face.
I don't have a
I have a very serious ndimu face.
Just don't go around. As in, I'm not saying people should not smile at each other, should not
be friendly, coexist.
But set the boundaries straight. If it's a handshake, it's a handshake. You can't just slide in and give me a hug by force. And it's your right. You can actually sue that person. That's sexual harassment.
It is.
And you see, touchiness, it sounds weird. It sounds funny. It's comical. We're making jokes about it. But it gets to a point where you can imagine being touched by someone you don't want them to touch.
Right.
That's
right.
Yes.
And then it starts with with a whatever.
No, let me tell you
slowly. The people who stand too close to you.
My former co-host, Adele Onyango. I don't know where we were, and a guy greeted her and then did this.
Hey. Why would you do that anyway?
I don't know what I was doing. I was taking a picture. It was at an event. By the time I was arriving there, the event was over. She had thrown it down.
Good for her. Somebody treated me.
Like
yes, that's horrible.
That is the most creepiest thing ever.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting, by the way. For the record, everybody who's watching, don't
do that. It's never funny.
It's not funny.
Because sometimes people think it. No, it's not. You're never going to touch a woman that way, and then she says, "Here's my number."
No,
that is never going to happen.
Parting
shots. I think companies need to create company culture.
No, they're there. But
also, I think we should be. We are allowed to say assholes.
Yeah. No. You should be DMs.
No, it's not 10. No.
Okay, fine. We should be DMs. We should be DMs. That person who is crossing those boundaries, you can be an absolute Tanye and say and tell the truth. Don't touch me. Exactly like the woman said on Twitter. Don't touch me. I don't appreciate that. You're not allowed to establish those boundaries, and you don't owe people your niceness. And politeness, yes.
I like
what they're doing is not polite.
It's not polite.
Your space is your space, man. You have to guard it with everything you got, and everyone has to, like, just take care of your horse, man. Just
okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Randy alert.
Randy alert.
I don't mean
people are there. Mafisi wako kila mahali.
No, Mafisi.
You said
you're the Secretary General.
Yeah, Mafisi wako kila mahali. Hata hapa
we've written.
But even the Secretary General has said you can't touch people without permission. Have you told all the Fisis?
Listen,
tell them right now.
Is consent first.
Tell them now.
Oh, well done, Shafi.
No.
Tell them.
You give a guy a hug, and then he slides a kiss on your neck.
Wow.
Report to the nearest police station.
They come full frontal with this key hug. It's not just a hug. It's like
the types of hugs.
Yes.
Office hug should be also for
like the PCA hug of like this.
Like the president yes. each other.
Not frontal, not frontal side. Like a pattern. Yes.
There's no phone like this.
No, that's
not.
Like
this is for people who put a ring on it. People who go on a date. People who are trying to make babies. So consent first.
Okay. I like that.
Amen.
Timafisi, consent first. Don't just go there. Alright, guys, thank you so much.
Happy
Valentine. You didn't cough, thank God. And go get some medication.
Consent first.
Valentine, consent. Consent to some medication. Alright, so guys, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you again.
The
new mugs, they're really cute, by the way.
At home, there's nothing
inside. There's water.
There's a political party with this color. What's up?
Hey! Can we go for a break? What's out? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shafi Weru, Valentine Jaroge. Thank you. Keep the conversation going on Twitter with all our handles, and we'll look at that. And also next week, if there's anything you want us to talk about, just tweet us. Tweet him, tweet her, tweet me. All right? Let's take that break. We're coming back with sports. Don't go away. All right? We're not yet done with each other.